Hello everyone, and welcome to our first semi-final of Crudy's Roulette Freestyle Tournament. Game today is between Phanium and Blithe, so America versus Europe once again. Joined today by everyone's favourite In4Fun.
Thank you. Hello, Manu. Hi, everyone. Excited to be here.
And potentially Chris. He might be joining us as well. Waiting for an update. So Dubai, first map. What are we thinking? What do we want to see, everyone? I know. I'm trying to think what the ban conditions are. There is a few on Dubai. I think it's fire. I'm trying to think of them all now. I've lost my info sheet because my Chrome has just crashed as well. I don't know if you have the ban conditions there by chance.
I just got them in front of me, and it's just consume poison and fire, which I don't know. The conditions have been on my mind because of the new conditions released and some Dubai show matches recently, but not a lot of banned conditions. But also not a lot of options for anything crazy. But curious to see if these disguises could be.
Yeah, I was going to say it's normally disguises, isn't it, that cause issues on Dubai. Things like Assassin, always a bit of a pain to work out with timings, especially on live kills, and especially for Marcus actually. I think any live kills we tend to see them on Carl.
It's true. And then, of course, if it's no suit condition, then you don't have to start at the atrium, and then Ingram won't go away for quite a few minutes, which makes the spin much easier. But I guess we'll see very soon now.
Yeah, I was going to say it spins live already. Yeah, if you want to take this one.
Yep, here we go. It is the Assassin with SMG elimination, so there is a live kill already, and Kitchen Staff with thrown scissors.
So, not the easiest first spin. Welcome to the semi-finals, guys. Nothing too outrageous there, but definitely not the easiest in the world. Let's get some audio from one of these guys. There you go. So, Phanium's getting in quite quick. Blythe, again, he's just taking a little
getting a fucking
here.
GRB on Carl when he's leaning. It's
swap audio. I can hear Phanium already angry.
Some people like to talk about it, and just it makes it much more interesting to follow. But for a caster, it's sometimes much harder to be a part of the cast.
Yeah, especially when you don't realise until the edit, but that's an issue for another time. So, Phanium knows straight away he's gone straight down to get his kitchen staff and the scissors. So I think he's going to get that kill on Marcus as he gets through his little cycle. Definitely the choice I'd go for as well.
And we did have from In4Fun and ChrisX3 to a end condition. Welcome, Chris.
Soon anyway. I'm sure he's just
yeah. I was so excited to see it pop up, so I wanted to mention it. But yeah, I think Phanium is going to wait it out for Marcus. It's a very nice combination of the disguise and the kill method, so it should be easy, and then can go for the assassin.
Yeah, his guard lagging behind a bit, but he's got plenty of time with it being a thrown kill instead of a melee. You'll get there, Chris. We still can't hear you, just to let you know. But yeah, quick kill for Phanium there, so he knows he's going straight over to get the assassin. Whereas Blithe has opted to actually isolate Ingram first, so he must be going for the scissor throw on Ingram.
Hello, hello.
Here he is.
Welcome.
Have you guys both got the spin link, by the way? I never actually asked.
I do not.
I do not either.
There's one.
Thank you.
There you go.
It's very nice to see the different approaches. So Phanium confirmed Marcus' thrown kill, and with Ingram being KO'd, it can only be the scissors for Blithe.
Yeah, Blithe opted in for a complete swap in comparison. which I am surprised by. I definitely thought we'd see the live kill on Carl, personally, especially with the potential mission story, just in case anything happens to go wrong. It's always a good backup. Can, of course, become a legal disguise, the assassin, if you follow the mission story on Carl's upper floor.
Yeah, it has some very generous trespassing areas. Phanium is tranking the assassin out in the open. I think that will be seen by one civilian, but another trank on her, and that's the disguise taken.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got plenty of trank, so he's just going to trank every civilian in the area, but it has worked out. And I think he's possibly going to just take the elevator shaft up. Blithe having some difficulties. He's actually going to snail the assassin down.
Alright, that got someone else too. And
So Phanium must know the timing quite well for Ingram, because Ingram's still on his balcony. He has got a gun flash, but he managed to handle that quite well. In fact, this could be very quick from Phanium here, because there is an SMG on the bodyguards. He of course has the elevator escape right next to him. He'll be out nearly sub 330. Speedrun spin.
speedrun execution, especially with the assassin, wasn't going to be a really quick one, but made it very nicely out. And yeah, Blithe will be getting the live markers and then the kitchen staff. I think it's a good minute and a half away, but just Phanium did very well in this first minute.
Yeah, I was going to say, Phanium definitely seemed to... it's almost as if he's run that before. He knew everything, what was going on there.
I have found Phanium's Twitch account just in time to see his SA screen. So.
Yeah, that's what he deserves for swapping the I with a 1. But yeah, Blithe wasn't too bad here. He just Phanium was just on a different level, I think. Not much to say about that. Just perfect from Phanium. Even if Blithe had loaded in quicker, I don't think he'd have had enough time with how he had that planned.
Seems like a first try 330 against a first try 5 flat about. So yeah, just it's a big difference for a quick map like Dubai, but good start for both of them. But Phanium getting that very confident first point.
Yeah, and we've got Miami coming up soon. I'm not sure, we've not got a time on that yet. But I'll quickly just say the ban conditions for this one. So we've got fall, fire, and sniper rifle. And of course, all Sierra kills have to be done out the car, same as in Roulette Rivals. And obviously, there's plenty of disguise choices on Miami, so there's plenty of awkward spins for sure. Just having a quick look.
Yeah, sorry. I guess it's a nice part of Miami that even if you have two conditions and one of them is kind of not great, you can switch around to mostly start with Sierra, unless I think it's a certain few kills, which just works so well on Robert. It's like some of these maps just it's a big help that you can pick your targets for the kills.
Yeah, definitely. I have just had a quick look as well. Neither players sort of look super confident on Miami. Phanium's actually not won a RR tournament map on Miami. He's 0 from 2. We've got Blithe's he's got 1.5 from 3, so he's won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1 as well. So could definitely be an interesting one.
Hopefully we see a win from Blithe on one of these next two maps, because I have confirmed at this point Colorado is the only map we haven't seen in the tournament so far that's legal, at least, and that's map number 4.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it this whole time as well. After running one of the practice freestyle spins on Colorado, it's good fun, and it's quite a challenge with obviously there being 4 targets. I'm definitely up for that one. If Crudy could just rig it so that's possible. That'd be great. Yeah, Miami coming up at 9 past the hour, so it'll be any minute now. If you want to take this spin, Chris, when it comes through. But, yeah, what kind of stuff do we want to see? Live kills, loud kills?
Sounds good.
I think loud kills are always fun. It's not any very sort of good soundproof areas for these guys.
I think removing 2 of those accidents, there's not a whole lot. I guess falling object is probably the most interesting one that's left in terms of like difference in strategies between the 2 targets, but we'll have to see how that works out.
Yeah, that's true. As I say, there is fairly easy opportunities for both, but they are quite time consuming, of course.
Speaking of consuming, I think the consume poison is at least something that's somewhat time expensive. But,
wow, look at this. This is great. All right, well, our spin is live. Old Axe Any as Ted Mendez and Battle Axe Melee as Blue Sea Driver. This is...
wow.
The 2 kills on this map that you generally don't want to see, but at the very least, freestyle means that you don't have to carry these across the map if you don't want to. Of course, Old Axe is by Sierra, and Battle Axe is by Robert, so at the very least, you're going to have to run across the map for that Ted Mendez kill.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to see the same kills on each one. It's just a disguise swap, isn't it, from each side of the map? So there'll be plenty of running, I would say.
Yeah, I think a Dolphin Fountain start into running across the map for Sierra is probably in order here. I think Ted Mendez is kind of one that people generally opt to grab at the start just because you can get him in 5 seconds. So I imagine that's what we'll see here.
Yeah, it's definitely what Phanium's straight in and doing, and Blithe at the same start point is going to do the exact same thing, I suspect.
Slight change in approach as Phanium used the bullet distraction to give him some more time, probably with the aim. Blithe only needed a chunk shot, but both of them are getting its first try. And picture-in-picture difference is 14 seconds for Blithe and still no picture-in-picture for Phanium.
Of course, you could see a Robert isolation potentially, but considering that Battle Axe is going to be a live kill and the Battle Axe is over here, I think we're more likely to see them leave him alone, but we'll have to see. I know myself, I have KO'd a target that I planned on doing a melee kill on, so...
Well, we've basically currently got copy-pasted gameplay. We're watching the exact same thing on both screens. Blithe, roughly, what's that, about 9 or 10 seconds ahead after the load time. Blithe does have strangely long load times, given that he's on PC, but... yeah, both players pretty much following the exact same path as one another. Just on the way to go and grab the Old Axe. And we might see some difference in how they stop the race. That's always something, I suppose. Sort of different players prefer different strats. I know we saw Phanium practice the sugar strat at the beginning.
I'm curious if either will not do the sugar since it's so close en route. They will go past this Kronstadt paddock and then the room with the sugar and the freeway to disguise. So it will be interesting to see if that's not the case with these disguises.
Oh, and Phanium's restarted, but I didn't see why. Did he get caught trying to do the bullet distraction there? Because he tried to bullet distract the waiter to turn him around.
Yeah, that was extended illegal for him.
That's given Blithe a pretty major advantage, you'd have to say. Blithe's remembered about the camera that I always forget about. He's even going to go and get the Old Axe before he does the Sierra isolation, so he can bring her off track. He did get the sugar, so he'll be doing the sugar strat, and he'll just peekaboo Sierra into that little room.
Yeah, and this being one of the, well, not easier, but more straightforward spins with, I think, both players exactly knowing what they're doing, what order. Blithe just needs to carry this one through, and unless he feels some time pressure, this is his ones to lose.
Yeah, Miami's
really
not too bad. Go on, Chris.
I think probably the main rip potential you're going to see, other than some random stuff here and there, is going to be if they opt to go for a sedative on the Blue Street driver. But of course, you can play it safe, and there's just about no chance you rip on that. So we'll have to see how that goes.
That is until a tournament match, and then crazy stuff starts happening. I mean, like you said, time pressure. People feel they need to go for some crazy stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw Blithe and Phanium were doing the exact same thing for several minutes there. So, there's got to be a thought in the back of your mind that the other person's right on top of you in terms of in-game time.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the maps, obviously, with both isolations being something you can do at any point in the map. You don't have to wait for a certain trigger or anything like that. It does make it one of the easier maps, but whether or not that ends up being the case, we shall see. Blithe just getting the peekaboo, so this will be kill number 1 any second now. So see, Phanium hasn't been caught doing his bullet destruction this time. But he did get caught trespassing. Yeah, got caught on the return of the way to there, so very much puts Blithe at an advantage now. Camera trouble for Blithe, but I think he already had yellow guns anyway, which he can of course take down. Sorry, he can take them down at Roberts, where the laptop lure is. I think his stream's just gone down.
I think that's a crash, judging by the Blithe message, the chat message, just a frowny face.
Yeah, I did just give him a
crashes
refresh.
have been very oppressive in this tournament, at least from my perspective. I haven't seen every match, but
you're still the main contender, I think, for most. If it's if that's worth a bonus point or something.
I think I account for 90% of them in this tournament, but you know how it is.
Yeah, as soon as you see Mendoza, and although on the plus side, I think your next game you don't have Mendoza, so fingers crossed. Hopefully it's not.
Hey, if nothing else, if I got Mendoza against Chrome, he was probably going to win it anyways. So.
Hopefully it's not a crash that takes Blithe down for too long.
Yeah, back in the game now, and
the extended.
Go ahead, Chris.
That was all I had to say. It was the photo finish thing.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes now, so.
Yeah, I was going to say he's extended his window to 3 minutes, and with both players rocking an identical strat, it might make quite the impact.
Might make quite the impact on Kurudi if this needs to be calculated. I think it's 2 restarts versus 1 reboot, which is a bit different to calculate.
Yeah, none of us have anything to do for the next 3 hours, do we?
Yeah, just the other semi-final in 2 days.
Yeah. Let's see if Phanium has issues doing this again. He has waited this time. In fact, he's made the smart call of exiting through the other door where it becomes a legal area. Does need to be careful on this red carpet. Managed to get in pain-free.
Yeah, I was a bit scared for a second.
Made the classic mistake of trying to shut that door. So Phanium opting not to grab the axe first. He's just going to get the isolation done first and then come back for the axe. Which, not super risky, but it does mean you have to open that door where those mechanics could potentially see Sierra, as unlikely as that is. It's normally on loud kills only, I think, isn't it, when they're in a bit of a panic, but I'm starting to think that Hitman has many walls that don't exist.
Yeah, always a new one being found. I think there was the punky floor hack in Miami, just showcased a week ago. They're just never going to stop.
It wouldn't be Hitman without a few wall hacks, floor hacks, etc. There's plenty to choose from. Blithe actually not super far behind, even though in game time he's 90 seconds. He's not crazy far behind because he seems to be having a lot less trouble grabbing the sugar and getting into the garage. Phanium has managed to whoosh Sierra into the garage. He'll KO her and grab the axe.
Yeah, this is very much still on for photo finish, and then it's just really hard to say who had the more loading time or time when they were unavailable to play. Both are going for the X, so Blithe will look ahead for just a moment, but Phanium has one more isolation, so that will change into a 1-kill lead very shortly.
Yeah, Blithe might still have the photo finish advantage. As I said, as far as I can tell, he doesn't have an SSD in his PC, so even whilst he is on PC, he doesn't get the super quick advantage of SSD.
I've asked him about it before. He's told me before that he has an SSD, and I really don't believe him, because I just counted his first load, and it was 23 seconds into the map.
I would recommend him buying another one in that case. They're quite cheap nowadays. I'm sure with your winnings, Blithe, if you can, if you want to win, I'm sure you can pick one up.
Hey.
I mean, he won RR7 once, but I paid him, so next time if he wins, I'll if I'm sponsoring, I'll just send him an SSD direct.
I sure don't. If I play him, I sure don't expect to win, but I can at least hope.
Right, minutes into his run, Phanium with the kill, and what's remaining for him, the blue seat driver, because the battle axe will be very easy to get from the gym up top. He's very frustrated about the crowd mechanics, but will be making his way, and I think now the big question will be answered. Crowbar, door opening, or thrown distraction, or sedative, but he's approaching from behind.
Yeah, see, I always do the crowbar back here. Does need to be careful of the guard there. A little bit of whoosh, but not enough to bring him over. It does look like he's got a spare trank in hand there that he can use. But Blithe definitely closing the gap. Well, has closed the gap, I should say. There is still a gap, of course. But he does have the extended photo finish window on his side. We finally see the blue seed driver make his way around. Blithe just spending quite a lot of time having to dodge the annoying guards who wander around the back there.
Yeah, not a lot of difference in distance, but this is a very slow part of the run, so still seems like that 45 seconds, which was the case 3 minutes ago. Now that difference may or may not change to either direction if they approach the Kronstadt top floor and the laptop at the same time, which won't be the same in-game time for now for them. And Robert may be at different parts of the cycle, and he's quite far away from Phanium, but he will make his way up first and then shoot the laptop, which may or may not be a factor, but I think yeah, I mean, it probably will be a factor because we will count the photo finish and then see what happens there.
Yeah, Phanium also gone for a knockout on the guard who's outside, which would mean he won't have any difficulty getting the helicopter exit, assuming he plays this safe. He's going to take both of them down. That'll let him take the cams down if he wants to. He hasn't got any camera problems, but So Blithe already has pistol in hand, so it looks like he's definitely going to go for the laptop snipe from the bridge.
Yeah, he could cycle on Robert there as well if he wants to.
No, he's opted not to.
Ooh, bad spot.
Phanium actually took until the 8-minute mark to shoot the laptop, but it won't be any close situation with Blithe because he still cannot get upstairs.
Yeah, Blithe's lost some time there, but it shouldn't be too bad. He's still a lot faster in game time getting up here. Assuming, I thought he was going to go for the battle axe first then.
He can afford to shoot the laptop, I feel, because Robert is the floor below, and this is not a long journey. He has to watch out for this guard, which will be taken care of with full distraction. No, he's just going to go for it.
Yeah, I just don't think he wants to take any chances. He's got plenty of time anyway.
Phanium did make the correct kill. It's melee for Phanium. And yeah, no more troubles to go. He can exit and then the 3-minute countdown begins, which he will be let know after he finishes, so doesn't have to be hanging for those 3 minutes. But I think it's going to be really close either way. It might not be the actual 30-second photo finish, but not much longer.
Counting loads to try to help out at least. So
I very nearly thought Blithe was going to get caught by the security guard in the security room there. He was stood at the window where he has been known to peek through. He has taken his cams off.
And Blithe going the long way around instead of climbing through the window, which I think could be a trouble actually. So it's maybe a good call. Just those seconds will count so much, and Blithe will now open this gate and then exit helicopter.
Good luck, Crudy. And anyone else, have fun. So we've got some time before the next map here, which is Haven. So potentially another long one. Not too bad in freestyle, of course, actually, but
yeah, from 3+ targets, the difficulty really goes down if you can mix and match your targets or kills.
There we go. So Phanium pressed on 47 seconds earlier. Game crash extends to 3 minutes, and we'll have an update in. It says 5 to 10 minutes, but we shall see.
Especially with the help of Chris, but I'll pop a message into the freestyle admin chat if they have any difficulties or need any help. But so Blithe is asking if the loading times count only, but no, that's not the case for the crash. The whole crash sequence counts. So from the black screen all the way back until he's back on which screen until they are back in the map. So the finishing of the loading screen.
Yeah, it could be close, yeah.
Yeah, it was a very long one for almost at Crudy because Chris did ping Crudy, but yeah, Blithe had a lot of loading, so Phanium being on console with 2 restarts, so he will amass a bit of a time as well.
Yeah, definitely going to be an interesting one here because it's PS4 versus PC. So yeah, as we've said, Blithe not with crazy quick loading times anyway.
Yeah, I almost said something not nice about the the PC, but it's a battle of long loading times, and 47 seconds on one hand, but a crash on the other, which did feel like at the very least 1 minute.
Yeah, not as bad as your crashes, Chris, where you also then can't reconnect to the game.
Yeah,
That's
and
an
I
issue.
have to deal
I've
with...
only ever seen that for you, I'll be honest.
Yeah, and then Epic Games refuses to like reconnect, and I really wish I could just use Steam at this point, honestly.
Mm. I can hear Phanium calculating his loading times on the screen or on his end, or maybe he's consulting with someone in chat, so it's very funny.
Both players are already getting prepared for Haven anyway.
Yeah.
Give both players a quick refresh while we're here. I just realised that I don't think we've had any game audio this whole time, and no one told me. And my earphones are slightly broken, so I didn't even realise, so apologies for that one.
I don't think anyone noticed it because the three of us really nicely
Yeah, true.
replicated the Miami crowd.
Yeah, it's the first freestyle cast with 3 people. I
Historic
believe anyway.
moment indeed. Yeah.
Gotta go big or go home for the semi-finals.
Indeed.
You just wait, the whole casting team is joining for the final, which is, I don't even know how many people.
Just let's test
Everyone
the
went up
limitations.
low. Have one person talk at one time. Impossible.
Well, there's
Has to
about
be like
there's 19 people with access to the Shoutcaster channel, so all 19 of us are going to join for the final.
I would cry.
Unorganized chaos. It'd be brilliant. And then we'll unmute both player streams at the same time as well.
15 people with the Shoutcaster role, so that'd go pretty well, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be an interesting one.
Has to be decided like on Sunday with the VL deciding the next map. It should be like that for who's going to be the next caster with one sentence.
We'll spin a wheel every time.
Yeah, but with the 10-second cooldown too.
Yeah, both players clearly realising we might be here for a while as well. Phanium even just playing Haven now, getting some practice in.
To my knowledge, this is the first ever photo finish for Crudy, or perhaps the second one. Of course, he hasn't admined Roulette tournaments before, and
The first one is a crash as well.
yeah, so it's very much understandable to double check and make sure everything is correct. And it is a big call
with us all wanting to see Colorado. Hint,
exactly.
hint, Blithe won. Just, call it now.
Peer pressure into Colorado.
Yeah. Do it for the chat, Crudy.
Right, Crudy, if you hear us, please don't hear us. Just focus. It's okay. No, I mean, it's just always so tense to calculate these. It's so like you can feel the pressure as admin.
He's just reaching
if you
out
can
to
hear
both
it,
players
I'm
to
just
try and get bribes.
I'm just gonna start saying random numbers now.
Yeah, he's just seeing who can bribe him the most money, I think, is what's going on currently. Looks like it's Blithe because he's not moving.
Nice from the Blithe with the Sunday loadout. aka None. Of course, he did win In4Fun 5 a couple of days ago.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, good performance actually. Ended up being a very close game. Great watch. Oh, we've got the weight now. Crudy is typing. I'm sure you guys probably already know the results. No spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, I made the results myself. We don't have to be secretive in Providence here. We blatantly rigged the results.
Chris is the result.
I mean, while we
was spin in the meantime. Yeah, sorry.
yeah, I was just to say while we wait, I may as well just quickly just gloss over Haven Island's banned conditions again. No consume poison and no fire. The standard 2 that we tend to see across most maps. So nothing too bad. Potentially, there's a few awkward disguises in there on Haven. The map was rigged correctly, so yeah, Phanium loaded in 3 times for a total of 77 seconds. Blithe loaded in twice with his crash for a 149 second total. So post loading times, Blithe wins by 25 seconds, and Haven in 2 minutes time. 1 minute time, in fact. So we all get what we want.
I just love the sheer ridiculousness of the console restarts versus the PC crash for 77 versus 149.
For all the talk about Blythe's SSD, his one load that wasn't a preload was faster than all of Phanium's loads, which were all preloaded. So console wins again.
At least we get to see Colorado. That's the highlight.
This is now first 1.5 match, or the best of 3, so 2 more maps guaranteed. First one Haven, next one Colorado, and a Marrakesh map 5, which is in comparison quite underwhelming, if I may say so, to the 2 previous maps, but would be nice to get there because that's a 5 mapper for a final.
Yeah, it would have been nice for the Santa Fortuna close off. But, yeah, do you guys want to take this one?
Yeah, I think it's your turn, Mendo.
Oh, is it my turn? Oh, there you go. So we've got Starfish Throne as the butler, Drowning as a waiter, and Fire Axe Melee in the gas suit. Plenty of running around is what I'm seeing here.
Somehow the increased amount of options that you have in Freestyle actually reduces your options on Haven, because this is going to be a Villa stuff start, I would have to imagine, with that Starfish kill.
And the gas suit, of course. No one enjoys going down to get the gas suit.
There's a live kill, and there's only 1 fire axe on the map, so that might be your Steven kill. We'll have to see how they end up approaching these, though.
The Drowning Waiter seems very straightforward for a late Yudmila at around the 5-6-7 minute mark.
Yeah, Blithe looks like he's going to go for a suit start over the Villa staff. Still going to make Emetic Island, but at least we're going to see 2 different strats by the look of it here. Phanium, meanwhile, straight in, going for the Tyson isolation in the cinema.
Interesting about the suit start, because these guys are real close there. I guess the Waiter would be closest, because other 2 are of course the Haven, Villa and Facility.
Yeah, getting had some dropped frames there for a second.
Looks like Blithe just wants to go for the quick double isolation, I guess. Well, he's headed over maybe for the waiter now. I was expecting a waiter start, but then again, I don't even know that I would remember that waiter start existed, if I'm being honest, so.
Yeah,
Because of course the kitchen would be something else, but apparently it's way to start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I always forget that there is a way to start on this map because it's just nothing I've ever even considered using.
Yeah.
Blythe a little bit too impatient there as well, just trying to get in.
I think he regretted that vault as soon as he started vaulting and seeing that the was it the waiter who kept going with his cycle and didn't turn back to the pipe. So yeah, unfortunate for him. Yeah, it's going to be good first kill for him.
Yeah, Phanium meanwhile is actually going for kill number 1 already. He's got Tyson as the butler with the starfish already, as I think Chris predicted pretty much.
Yeah, that was the quick coin lure behind the couch. Didn't have any issues there, and just gonna grab his pistol. Maybe we'll see him grab the gas suit on his way out. I think he should have enough time, especially if he wants to use the bookshelf to get that before he heads over.
He's taking cams down smartly as well. While you're there, you may as well.
A quick wall hack here, or no? I'm confused.
He's red and cannot be anyone else. Then.
Okay, yeah. So what he opened the door, the room that has the banana in it, and basically what that does is it lets the woman in there see through the floor into the theater. So that's what he ripped from.
Classic Hitman, brilliant. So an unfortunate classic Haven rip for Phanium there. The mansion and its many paper walls.
The doors are actually somehow the only solid things in the villa, so you got to keep them all closed.
Yeah, I always forget about the in the like Tyson's bedroom for the like the doctor opportunity. I always forget that they can see like even straight away as they enter the room. Because I always try and hold like a gun or something in that little like wardrobe area, and you just get spotted as soon as the door opens every single time. The whole villa is just a real nightmare. Well, it's fine when the doors are closed, but yeah. Yeah,
And he's really confused about the restarts. He believes it's butler related, so hopefully he will change that somehow. But of course, from that, it's not intuitive to keep the doors closed. I guess we'll see in 1.5 minutes again.
He might even just opt to hide the bodies. There's plenty of boxes, isn't there? So.
But it was definitely a banana on the butler, so I'm 100% sure that it was Tyson's body or the bodyguard that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, there's plenty of storage options for him in the bathroom, so he could take them in there if he wanted to. It does feel a little bit slow, so he probably isn't going to want to do that if he can avoid it.
So with 2 villa disguises to go, is there any merit in a service chat, or is it going to be just get butler and get to the next target, whichever, and then go back for the disguise and then reach another target?
I mean, I think. Well, he's gonna have to go back to get the fire axe as well, which is gonna make that a little annoying. But even without the fire axe, I think it'd probably be about the same time, regardless of if you use the server or not. The server actually takes a lot longer than people might expect.
Yeah, I'm never a big fan of the server law, as good as it can be. It's, I like to avoid it if possible.
That extra time is worth it. Like if you can do it right at the start and you've got all villa disguises. But other than that, I mean, for the most part, the isolations on Haven don't take that much time normally. So.
Blythe currently just realising the butler is not that great a disguise. Enforcers everywhere. He's gonna. I don't know if anyone knows the cycles for what Tyson kill he's gonna go for. I'm not sure where Tyson really heads. I tend to just isolate him straight away. I'm not super familiar with all of his paths.
I thought it would be a
like
isolation in
5
that
minutes.
room.
I think it's like 5 minutes ish that he starts going back into the theater room for the second time, because it's like when he looks out the window again.
Yeah, that would make sense. But it looks like he's gonna go and I assume he'll go and Seeker Ludmilla in the meantime. Could still get the Starfish kill there and just do the Fire Axe gas suit on Tyson if he wanted to. It's a lot of back and forth for Blithe currently in what he's doing.
Phanium kept his green guns for longer this time and now has the gas suit, and if he's going to go up this escape hatch, then he has perfect timing for Steven kill. I think going up the stairs should also be fine, a bit tighter.
I think Blythe here might have been concerned about missing the opportunity for this Ludmilla Seeker right here. So that may have had a role, it may have not, but he's here in just the right time to get that off. Of course, now that kind of guarantees that he's going to be doing the live kill on Tyson, because I mean, he's pretty far away.
Yeah, I was going to say he's not going to want to backtrack again, and obviously it's a melee kill as well, so he won't really be able to make it back with a fire axe while she's still throwing up. So it's forced his hand.
Phanium's got good enough time here on Steven. He's starting to head to his island, but you can still get the shot off, and then of course the fire axe is right in CJ's little like shed thing, so hopefully no issues with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's gone around the pool, but yeah, he should be able to hit the Seeker without any real problems. I thought Blythe was going to open the door and get caught there, but no, he used his instinct smart, made sure he was safe.
I was worried he was going to do a melee kill there.
God, after all that, yeah.
Hopefully no one did that in this tournament. I was wondering about that, if there's a thrown kill and someone does melee. Of course, the melee kill done as a throw is something that gets messed up more often, or more likely.
Yeah, I think I made a joke about that, I think, like somebody losing the final to that, but I mean, I don't think it's something that there should be an exception for, honestly, so, but I don't think it's happened either. But we see Phanium's going to grab Steven's Villa Guard, which is going to allow him to grab that fire axe. Doesn't alert Steven, so should be no issues on the live kill, so maybe he switches back.
Yeah, I was going to say, he timed that perfectly. I managed to get the guard while he was still wandering in. Didn't get caught by the mirror. As long as he remembers it's melee. Yeah. All good there.
2 kills each.
Yeah, so Phanium's definitely got an easier kill to go, I would say, by a pretty significant amount. He might have some minor issues with Ludmilla timing here, but I think he should be fine. And Blythe, even as he gets this disguise, is still going to have to deal with.
He has to grab he didn't bring the fire axe with him either. He stayed in the butler on his return rather than grabbing a guard. So
yeah, that's assuming Phanium doesn't get wall hacked or something. Excuse me, on the waiter disguise or something like that. I think it should be pretty straightforward for him.
Or even while trying to get the Seeker shot off, because it's not always the easiest, especially from this angle. But he's managed to do it. He even stood still, so he didn't get an extended action. All good there. And he's even got 2 tranks left for these guys in here, so body found shouldn't be an issue. So only if he gets
like
ripped will change in disguise. He's even got a bubble gun with him.
So many strategies haven't been used. This will make this last grab so much easier.
He knew that guy was going to turn around. He looks like he's trying to save one of his tranks, but I'm not sure why. He doesn't really need it, but
He's got the disguise, and let's see if the game wants to give him a prompt on Ludmilla.
Yeah, I think the trick seems to be that you just have to bump them, I think, first, don't you? Just to slightly disrupt them, and you get a prompt. But no, he's managed to do it. And of course, the escape's just around the corner, so should be fine. Should be GG unless anything crazy happens.
And it should be a point for Phanium and no photo finish, because yeah, this doesn't seem like salvageable in 30 seconds. The X is still at its original position, and the run back to Tyson would be at least 30. So Phanium with the lead again.
Yeah, of course. As much as I would have liked to have seen Blythe's route work, I think the Villa staff start is just too oppressive on Haven to just like basically be able to ignore Tyson for the entire spin.
Yeah, he's just by far the most awkward one to isolate, really, if you don't get him in that opening window. So obviously there is the server law, but unless you're doing it for all three and at the start, like you said, it's not worth it. But that is confirmed the point for Phanium now. So, Colorado next at 54. So we've got a 5-minute delay here. A little breather for everyone.
Appreciate Rudy counting the photo finishes for a long time and not giving himself any extra break, just letting us carry on with the match. So now it's appreciated. Couple minutes of break for sure.
Yeah, there's not even really any interesting ban conditions. Go on, Chris.
Blithe in chat says he was 100% sure there was a fire axe in the server room, so that I think when he was paused there for like a good 15 seconds, I think that probably hurt him a significant amount. I'm not sure that it would have won him the map, but it may have led to a photo finish depending on how he dealt with Tyson. But yeah, it's just the one.
Yeah, definitely a health and safety risk, but there we go. Yeah, there's not even much interesting to talk about in terms of ban conditions on Colorado because there's only one, which is drowning. So there's not even much in that regards.
So that means even electrocution, of course fire, getting familiar with that kill and has some known and newly known ways to do it, but even electrocution would be fair play here, which makes me think what would be decent for which target.
Yeah, I was going to say...
we're just going to see 4 live kills and call it a day.
That's the interesting part about 4 targets, especially with only one ban condition. I mean, you know, there's so many potentials here. I'd be amazed if we see that both players do the same thing, unless there's some crazy easy spin on offer. I can't see that personally.
Well, unless they get lucky with the very few melee items or lots of unrestricted firearms, we have to going to see some accidents or eliminations. Oh my god, that was great by Phanium.
That's what I was laughing at.
Point blank, doesn't matter.
Yeah, straight in the back of the head.
That's why they call Ezraberg the guy, you know.
It's just a little tickle to the back of his head there. So, coloured wants loud pistol elimination, loud SMG elimination. I think there can only be one of them. I think.
Loud SMG elimination on Colorado would be impressive.
In fact, loud SMG elimination isn't even possible, is it? It's only silent SMG elimination that's available.
Yeah, Krudi was bullied out of it after the talk of sadly too few maps having that one-handed SMG.
It's just the one-handed weapons and then the sawed-off shotguns, I think, that you can do eliminations with. So that kind of ruled that out.
I knew you could do that with a sawn-off.
No, yeah. I didn't know that either.
I guess it's just because you can shove it in your pocket. I don't really know how they make that determination, but
I mean, you know, that's one to add to freestyle rules too. I'm going to say that right now.
kind of astounded that there's no loud one-handed SMG that's been added to the loadout yet, considering the reskins, but maybe we'll see one in the future.
Hopefully.
I'm sure
I
there'll
mean,
be one.
it's
Yeah.
a very niche
Yeah.
subgroup of people are hoping for the one-handed SMG.
Oh,
Roulette players.
anyone who doesn't play roulette would hate that update.
Yeah, I know. So let's start a petition and get 15 signatures and see what the IO does.
Yeah, unless you're part of F7SC or Providence, nobody wants that change. But we're all for it.
Yeah, approval rating high, but only within this group, and it is 54 past the hour, which I think is the starting time. Yep.
Spin should be here. Yeah, go on Info. It's your turn.
Thank you. So it is explosive weapon as the Scarecrow, loud SMG as Militia Cook, pistol elimination as Militia Soldier, assault rival in your suit.
I think this is illegal.
The two loud firearms are in the rule set. Yeah, I was going to see if it's.
I didn't know if that was in the freestyle rules, but I just wanted to.
Yeah.
It's in the standard rules, I know.
I mean, it's not too bad because obviously it is all on the map, but yeah.
It's definitely possible. I just don't know if that would be a respin or not.
I mean, both players seem fairly confident to go in.
It's so unfortunate because it is a no loadout potential because the SMG, the AR, and the pistol are on the map, and the nitrogen can be used the explosive weapon, but
Yeah,
as it is a convention in RR or in any roulette for that method, no two loud firearms, maybe in the same spin to basically allow for the freedom of using your start of choice, which isn't even a question here because you are forced to start suit and you are forced to, not forced, but it is kind of meta to start West Bridge if you need a suit. So this will be handled for another spin, which may or may not be even worse.
Yeah, 57 past the hour for the next one.
Actually,
I think Crudy just wanted an extended break.
for sure. Well, Pidgeotto still has his job, so I think Crudy's got some security in this one.
And next up is Whittleton Creek with Consume Poison. I think it's ironic because it's not banned here. It is banned here as well, so it could show up. But I think Rudy did take care of the other banned conditions. It's just the two large firearms, which I think Mike used to have not difficulties with it, but it's another round of coding to add these extra bans, which aren't outright the condition bans. Sometimes they can slip through. So yeah, new spin 57, which is right now. I guess I get a second chance with this one.
Yeah, go for it.
Right, any second now. And I will read out. See, this is the first Colorado, and we already get two spins, so I think it's only fair that there was a respinning here. So now get the next snap with Scarecrow, Drone Screwdriver as the Militia Technician, Silenced SMG Elimination as Militia Spec Ops, and Melee Kitchen Knife as Explosive Specialist.
So get your predictions in. What kills on what targets?
Blithe has a crash. Blithe has a crash, so we. I don't know what does the rule say here.
Blythe, you get what do you got? AMD hardware there, Blythe? What's going on?
Which target? Which kill?
IR all over them.
You probably get rid of Maya with one of the life kills, perhaps.
I was thinking. It's not even a 4 suit start, so I guess you could do hacker start, but I don't think it's particularly amazing here. So probably Scarecrow for Ezra, I think he'd probably do the SMG kill on Maya, and then the militia kill on Sean, and then just go back for the kitchen knife kill and exit there, but we shall see if Blithe ever gets back into the game.
Yeah, as you say, I've just seen his loading screen. Does this mean he already has a 3-minute photo finish window again? I don't know how the rules work on this one.
I don't think it's explicitly said, but with a crash involved, it should only be fair to to not give him a 2-minute disadvantage right away, but instead treat it as an extended photo finish. And I think the last Miami spin was I hope a very fair result, because we did end up with the player who spent less actual time attempting the map, even if it was very awkward with the 200 seconds of loading time across the people.
I don't know. I guess I would probably consider losing the first 2 minutes of the map to be likely to make a difference in the outcome. So I guess that would qualify, but I'm sure Crudy will let us know at the end.
Just looking at Blithe loading in, based on sort of a rough calculation, I think by now he's pretty much lost any advantage he would have had from his photo finish window already. Just in how long it's taken him to load back in and get in the game.
This is, everybody get ready for whoever wants to admin my match. This is going to be the same thing in 2 days.
Oh, sadly, I'm sleeping early then.
I think Phanium's already planning a screwdriver thrown kill. Sorry, the SMG elimination kill on Pavati. Did miss the initial distraction on it. In fact, she's ignoring him completely.
So using the same item for this lure is not going to work. He has to use a different item. He may have hit, I think probably he hit somebody upstairs with it, and they just kind of did the thing where they look back and forth, so they were stuck.
No, I think he's. I think one of the guys who was roaming out on the outskirts of the map was getting caught by that one. He's still going to stick with the same screwdriver.
Yeah, the first one in my experience is the guy on the roof.
He has managed to get her on the hook this time. He did lose quite a bit of time.
In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter all that much.
Yeah. He should be able to get his SMG elimination kill hit. Blithe looks like he's following a similar path to what Phanium did, but he's just that little bit behind. His elimination done for Phanium.
Yeah, at least if he punched her in the face, he would still be fine, but...
Of course, this does mean as well that Phanium's now, I think, is too late by the look of it for the Sean isolation in his little workshop there. So he's going to opt to get the explosive specialist now instead.
I guess it depends on how close he wants to play it, because even with Tranks, you could get a psychic lockdown on Sean, and then that's just huge pain, especially with Maya's body sitting in that room.
Blithe is having some issues as well, I think. He's managed to get her now as well. Not quite as bad for Blithe trying to get her attached, but now seems all good.
Yeah, Phanium's got good spacing here on everybody in this room now, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I didn't realise how long Sean stayed in here for, but he nearly got a nearly had an issue there, but he has he's done that. Yeah, I was going to say a lockdown would have been problematic there.
Yeah, most likely run ending, but this way he has the 2 kills. It was the 2 live ones, and he has the technician disguise now, so it is a very straightforward Colorado's half spin that's remaining for him. With the string a screwdriver into well, pick a target's head and then they take the
Yeah,
Scarecrow disguise snap on neck.
He's got both targets isolated already, so I would say it would come down to whether or not Blithe can do the same thing as Quick, but I think his photo finish window, he's gonna struggle still. Did have some issues.
So he starts 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
Means a 4-minute buffer. And Phanium's been really quick with this Sean side of things, but if Blithe can do the same right here, I would still think that they are even in terms of the 2-minute window.
Yeah, Blythe should have loaded into the map and then crashed, so he would get 2 loads out of it. And what is Sean doing? Okay, I don't know what that was about.
Might get target locked down if
no
he's not
issues.
careful.
Don't throw the knife. Okay, he's got it.
Yeah, both of these guys have been very good at that, it's got to be said. Interesting to see both players. I said before the map started that I wasn't sure they'd follow the same path, but I mean, both players literally doing everything identical.
Yeah, and the 620 will be challenged by, I think, another 6 to 7 minute run. And I would say if Penelope and Ezra are both dead or KO'd, I think Blithe has it in game time wise, which, considering there's not a lot of extra things that would count for Blithe because everything else really removed from his run, this might still be a Blithe win.
Yeah, I mean, it'd almost be a crime at this point to not see a map 5 from these guys, because so far it's been a brilliant game. These guys you can barely split them. Yeah, Blythe definitely going to be quicker in game. I'm not sure exactly by how much, but he should save at least 30 seconds, maybe more.
I have no way of knowing when Blythe actually crashed, because it doesn't seem like he has game sound, and he was just sitting on the loadout menu for like a minute and a half.
I guess the beginning would be, and like it's not an official suggestion, but the beginning would be the back screen.
Yeah.
That's both players out. So another long wait, potentially. Again, can't fault either player for their actual routing of the of that spin there. I mean, again, both players doing the exact same thing, but good work on the flight. So Phanium pressed done 69 seconds earlier. And of course, he does have the photo finish window. So this, based on the last one, this could still be very close. Last time we had a 25-second window. This one could be a lot tighter, as I'm sure you guys work your magic trying to figure this all out.
Yeah, not to be immature, but we've had a 47-second photo finish now, 69-second photo finish. I guess you can't.
And I was just gonna say it.
I guess 3 minutes to 180, which is can't really get to 420, but yeah.
No, I don't think either player had any restarts. As far as I can remember, it was literally just Blythe's crash, I believe.
And then you think about the Colorado spins, giving so many approaches. I guess it's 24 different combinations. Both of them went with the same one, except perhaps one of them switched up the next step and the screwdriver. But I think they both went with Ezra screwdriver because he was closer.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So I think any time that Blithe is saved in game time, anyway, is just from the fact that Phanium had difficulties getting Pavati to follow the screwdriver. Other than that, I think pretty much everything was identical. But,
Yeah, and
oh, go on.
like, taking the crash away, like it must be painful for Phanium to probably lose the second Blithe crash map, but Blithe did have the significantly quicker run, and basically that's the only thing that happened in this spin, so would be
And
deserving for Blithe.
I guess if nothing else, Blythe is almost kind of lucky that he crashed right at the start because, you know, what is it? The map he crashed on, Miami?
Yeah.
Where he was like, what, like 4 or
He's
5 minutes into the spin?
Mid-spin, yeah, about 4 minutes in.
Basically, like any in-game time above 3 minutes, you're pushing yourself outside of the 3-minute photo finish window, so that's just kind of time loss. Yeah, no issues with that on this map.
And there was a nice wish from an admin earlier, wishing Crudy good luck if he gets photo finishes, especially back-to-back, which is the quote. Well, not back-to-back, but we've got both of them with crashes and both of them with Blithe wins that we are going to map 5.
Let's go, Marrakesh.
Yeah, I was going to say, so it actually wasn't close at all. I was completely wrong, but just a chat overview. Phanium loaded in once, 12 seconds. Blithe loaded in once with his crash for 130, which means Blithe won by 49 seconds in the end. And Marrakesh at 12 past the hour.
The biggest news there was that Phanium loaded into Colorado and it only took him 12 seconds.
12, so yeah, crazy.
Probably faster than my computer, honestly.
Just because I've had to have a quick look as well since we're going on to the finale. Blithe definitely looks like he likes Marrakesh because he's taken 5 from 5. Phanium's not got that many stats. He's 0 from 1, but that's not a big pool to take stats from really. But Blithe definitely seems to enjoy the map. He's still prepared for Improv Royale or something by the look of it with his 0 loadout, but
I was going to type something, but I just want to influence Phanium before map 5 now, I think. The tensions are high, and with the map 5, we are going to see the timer going upwards. It is going to be a no time limit cider.
yeah, winner takes all. Yeah, it'd be perfect for us to end on like a Santa Fortuna right now, but Marrakesh will have to suffice.
I'm sure we'll see Crudy never admin another match again after this.
Phanium needs an extension of time as well, so we're having a slightly delayed spin, I believe, like five whole minutes.
Extension has been granted.
Hey, Crudy, you should say yes and then send it anyways. I think that'd be pretty funny.
I look forward to the illegal spin in 5 minutes.
But of course this counts towards the photo finish, so Phanium has 150 seconds of bathroom time, twice, something.
This gives us time to tell Crudy what we think the worst possible Marrakesh spin is before he comes back. I mean, it's fortune teller intern, right? But like, what are the kill conditions?
Battle axe melee, that's got to be up there.
All right, I like that. And then
Ooh, no, fire's quite easy, isn't it?
yeah, and none of the other melee kills are really all that bad, honestly.
There's always a saber. I mean, they're not super difficult.
Is drowning Drowning's got to be banned, right? Because it's only legal for Klaus usually.
Banned
Marrakesh
conditions
bans.
are drowning,
Yeah.
electrocution, and falling objects. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
The issue about nightmare spins for Marrakesh is that the one what I would consider worst for Reza is the loud or even the loud live, but you can just use it on Klaus. So
give
I guess
me.
mine would be loud shotgun, sorry, and loud pistol ammunition, but like two louds.
Actually, somehow with how I play Marrakesh, loud on Klaus is actually worse than loud on Reza.
Yeah.
I think a loud pistol was definitely really annoying no matter how you approach the spin though. So I think that's probably, it would probably be like that and Battle Axe Melee, I think might be the two worst.
Yeah, even things like the letter opener, there's only one on the map, but obviously with it being in the consulate, it makes it very easy just to use that on Klaus.
Like
You'd have to use a disguise that's super slow.
The pistol LM isn't even that bad if you just do standard Klaus, so I'm not really sure, honestly.
So obviously, like prisoner, I believe, is still remote kills only, isn't it, as well? So Blithe's apparently just restarting his whole PC.
Yeah, he's taking this opportunity to go live 3 seconds before the spin starts.
Start with a black screen for us to have some very good conundrums about what counts as crash and whatnot.
Well, I guess if anybody would like an update on my crashes, I reinstalled my drivers yesterday, and then HITMAN crashed 3 seconds after I launched it, so...
Brilliant. Have you ever actually reinstalled the game, just out of interest?
I have actually reinstalled everything before, including Windows.
Brilliant.
And that fixed it for a time, but not anymore, I guess.
Just destined for issues. Deep joy.
Have you tried relocating, like moving?
I'm not doing it again.
Have you tried buying a whole different computer?
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Just a casual.
Things you do for $100 PC game.
Yeah.
I guess Hitman 2 was $100 with the expansion pack, but you know. So with Blithe restarting his PC, yeah. What have we got? A minute or so. I wonder if. I mean, I guess the good part of the freestyle condition is that you don't have to cancel it or extend the timer, which makes the players more anxious. But hopefully, poor Phanium gets a heads up if this doesn't go live at 17.
I think we're just trying to beat this longest cast record because we're already at 90 minutes. So I think you know, if we're in Marrakesh for like 15 minutes or so, I think we're going to be close.
Well, Blithe is live, and I think he's got enough time here.
Yeah, he's got 30 seconds. He'll be fine. Shouldn't be any problems. Yeah. So I'll let you take this spin, Chris, when we get it.
Nice. Love me some Marrakesh.
Decider number 4 coming up. The first 3 were won by Blithe against Joker, and then Mikuler against Lewis, and then last 5 days ago, Chromax versus Mikuler. So number 4, and the first one in season 1.
Okay, our spin is live. It is Fiberwire as the handyman and a loud sniper rifle as the consulate intern. So if I had to guess, we're going to see a start with the consulate intern. You might want to be a little careful though, given that your main handyman is only going to be sticking around for the first like 50 seconds of the map, so that you never want to have to go for the free one.
Yeah, this is where the gum is quite handy because you can just leave it in that little room.
If the free one is even on the map, I never remember which version of the map it's on. But
yeah, no, it is. I think it's on one of the rooftops though, on one of the shops. So it's a bit of a pain to get up there, quite out of the way.
The game's quite handy here, or like least in theory. But I think you tested it. I guess it would make sense to start full vendor, then place the gum in the little room, and then go for the handyman, for which you should have time for.
Yeah, I think we'll probably see both of these guys. By the way, just while I'm here, Crudy, I think fiber is spelt wrong, just for the record. I think we'll probably see the fiber wire kill on Razor for both of these guys.
R.I.P. the entire United Kingdom on that one.
Oh, do you spell it the other way, or is it,
I believe you do, but
I'm talking Hitman lingo. I think he must be doing it UK way.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I might even still try to do Razor Medic on this spin, but
that's because it's your favourite thing in the world.
We don't have to sit here and watch me rip 7 times doing that. We can see the players hopefully get it first try. As I was like, Blithe's got pneumatic. I didn't see what Phanium did.
Phanium left his gum in the bathroom, yeah. But he's got the handyman as normal. Has he made the intern sick? And the intern will just KO himself.
Which I guess means the annoying lady doesn't go up there in enough time, which would be my concern.
Yeah, I think she was in there at the time there, but I don't know if he left a briefcase for her to walk away with, and she must ignore it after that, I assume.
So I guess that's the reason.
Oh wow. I'm quite surprised to see Phanium headed this way in the handyman disguise. I mean, considering it's the loud firearm kill and the consulate interns the legal disguise, I would have imagined both players would want to get that one done on Klaus. We'll see. I think, okay, well, if he didn't get into that box, I think Blithe has enough time here to get to it without any issues. But we'll see in about 20 seconds how that plays out.
Can we use this platform to tell IO to... Can we just have an option to set a different button to enter boxes? Just going to say it right now, because it's very irritating when that happens.
Yeah, to not have the option is interesting. That and subdue and snap neck being the same button. Like, who came up with... I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Through this fence, I guess, which is going to cost him time, especially he's going down for the loud sniper rifle. Now I understand. It's a bit difficult for timing though, because it's 2:10 now, and it's going to take another 40 seconds to get up to the railing.
Yeah, Blithe definitely missing the first side.
He has a speaker on that.
Well, as the intern, would he be able to do the story to get him into Klaus's office? 'Cause I think the story might take you up that way. Oh, I didn't see what Phanium's ripped to there. Did he? Has he not got a Yeah, he's not brought a fiber wire. So Phanium's got no fiber wire, and that does mean he can't bring in his gum, which means he's going to have to rethink his intern disguise.
And Klaus is gone for Blithe. Will he try to do a mission story that I haven't seen in 4 years? I guess maybe he will.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the new meta.
I honestly have no idea how this is going to work. I guess he just goes into his room and then you just knock out the guard and you're fine. But, of course, got to do some dragging for that now.
Yeah, depending on what I was going to say, I think Klaus goes into this little office first, so he might be able to just...
one right in here for him.
He might just shoot him and dump him.
Very nice.
He's going to have a little bit of chaos trying to escape, but he should have plenty of options. He's just going to wait for a few bodies to run away, I think.
Yeah, you don't want these stupid civilians to panic into this room. Which...
What a time for some buffering. I thought he'd crash, but no, it was me. He's locked in the room. He's got a...
the adjacent room doesn't care about the panic or the loud gunshot.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure how that room's soundproof, but he knows there's a camera at the very least. And of course, he is legal in all these areas, being the intern, so he's got no issues running around the consulate. So Phanium, I think, opting for the same thing, but this time he's not done the seeker and the gum ready for the intern. So he'll have to get that once he's out of the consulate. Blithe, I think Blithe did knock out the handyman, didn't he? I think, and he's in that little room. So it'll just be a radio law for Blithe, and he has got a fibre wire. I've just seen it in his inventory. So it'll be a radio law, fibre wire kill. And, assuming he doesn't go for the keys, he should be fairly safe to get out as well. Don't want to jinx him though, so touch wood for Blithe.
Gonna go headmaster as well.
Yeah. Not surprised because he's got unless you've got a loud explosive or tranks, it's not the easiest to get in elsewhere, especially shooting the bikes. Probably not worth the risk in a decider match.
If the spin wasn't so loadout heavy, probably a attack or an explosive would do the job to get past those guards, scooter explosion, but without that, headmaster route seems very safe for Blithe and just 1 kill away from the final.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't need to hide the disguise there as far as I'm aware, because he'll be pretty quick, but definitely not a bad idea at all. So as long as Blithe's careful, and I definitely don't want to jinx him here, as long as there's no PC issues, it's looking good for him currently. Not for his stream, it's all 7 pixels. German internet. So the question is though as well, does he bother with the keys? It definitely doesn't need to risk it.
I think that's Phanium's only hope at this point, unless he slaps Reza across the face here with this fiber wire.
Phanium doesn't do so, at least gets the Klaus kill, but a loud intern kill remains for him. It's obviously not doable in however long Blithe will take, plus 30 seconds. It's all in Blithe's hand now.
I was going to make quite a crude comment about Blithe's gameplay at the moment, but I think I'll save that one. And hopefully we don't see a lockdown from the school here. He doesn't get spotted through the wall or anything.
Tiny bit of whoosh during the throw, but eventually Reza will Blithe and gets the carrot.
Main exit. Guys at the window.
I was going to say the guy is at the window, so hopefully he doesn't just drop. Oh, he knows what he's doing. He has checked. Yeah, so he's not going to bother with the keys. He'll just swap disguise here and run away. And I don't think he's got any bodies that'll get found now. I think he's hidden everything that matters. So it should be a GG here.
Very smooth. What, first try there?
Yes, I believe so.
Very few restarts throughout the match from either players. I think Miami was the one exception.
Yeah, to lose there to forgetting your fiber wire is pretty devastating, but of course Phanium does have another chance here in the tournament.
Yeah, both of these players were already guaranteed at least one more match, because we will have a third place playoff on Sunday as well. But Blithe will advance to the final and Phanium will play for third place.
Yeah, that's one for Team Europe. But yeah, overall, really good map there. Really good game from both of these guys. Just unfortunate for Phanium at the end.
And it's got a feel for Phanium, who finished first for 4 maps in a row. But of course with Blithe crashing, the actual time spent on in-map was less for Blithe and thus earning 2 points that way, and then it's just one fiber wire making difference. Although, I guess if it's 5:31 right now and Phanium getting the skies, it's probably good to call either way.
Yeah, I was going to say, not much to add to that. Yeah, I was going to say, Phanium's probably going to feel a little bit hard done by with the crashes, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, GG to both of those guys. Really good game. I'll have a look at the brackets. Not that there's much to show for the final. But yeah, so what day are we today? Is I think this is in UK time as well, isn't it? So Chrome and Chris on Friday night at 10:30 PM CEST, and that's the only game we've got scheduled. And whoever is the loser of that will be meeting Phanium in third place final, and the winner, of course, joining Blithe for the final. Just confirm that on the upcoming matches. But yeah, anything else from you guys, or is that?
Nothing from me. Thanks for having me. It was a really nice competitive match. And, both are worthy of top 4, and very excited to see all 4 of them, but of course these 2 as well, on Sunday for the final match of freestyle.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So yeah, thanks guys for joining me. Thanks everyone for watching. GG to Crudy for adminning, because he didn't get an easy one there. And yeah, I'll see everyone for the next one. Goodbye.